We'll start with a very simple, universal experience. There is a voice in your head that never stops talking. It narrates your life, criticizes your choices, and worries about the future. It's like having a roommate you can never get rid of. But have you ever stopped to ask a simple question? If I'm the one hearing the voice, who exactly is doing all the talking? We assume we are that voice. This mistaken identity is the root of almost all our anxiety and self-doubt. This video is a practical guide to separating yourself from that voice. We'll explore the psychology of the narrative self and use simple, powerful techniques to find the quiet, calm you that exists behind the noise. Before we can find the listener, we have to understand the talker. Your mind is a masterful storyteller. From the moment you wake up, it begins to spin a narrative. It weaves together your memories, your beliefs, your hopes, and your fears into a continuous story called me. Modern psychology calls this the narrative self. It's the character you believe you are playing in the movie of your life. This character has a past, a personality, and a set of problems. It feels solid, real, and incredibly important. But look closer. What is this me actually made of? It's a collection of thoughts. I am a successful person. Feelings, I am anxious. Memories, I remember that failure. And sensations, my body is tired. These things are constantly changing. Joy comes and goes. Thoughts appear and disappear. Your body changes. These are like waves on an ocean, always moving, always in flux. And yet, there is something that remains constant. The awareness that is witnessing it all. You are not the waves of thought and feeling. You are the deep, quiet, unchanging ocean in which the waves appear. So, if the story of me is just a collection of changing thoughts and feelings, who is the mind talking to? Here's the mind-bending truth. The mind is talking to itself. It's a brilliant illusion. A thought arises, like I need to do better. Then, another thought arises in response. You're right. You've been so lazy. A third thought might then defend. But I've been so tired. It feels like a real conversation between two separate entities, the I who is thinking and the me who is being thought about. But when you investigate, you find there is no one there. There is only the seamless flow of one thought following another, all happening within the same field of awareness. The great Zen masters and Taoist sages spoke of this for centuries. They understood that the thinker of the thought is just another thought. There is no little person, no homunculus, sitting inside your skull, pulling the levers and listening to the reports. There is only the process of thinking happening on its own. Let's try a quick experiment. For the next 10 seconds, just watch your own mind. Don't try to stop it. Just observe the next thought that appears. Where did it come from? Who decided it should appear? And who is the you that is observing it? You'll find that thoughts simply arise on their own. And the observer, the real you, is the silent, effortless awareness that notices them. Why do we feel so strongly that we are this me? Why does this illusion feel so real? It's because the mind performs a clever trick. It hijacks the pure, simple feeling of existence. Before any thought or label, there is a fundamental, raw awareness of being. It's the simple, silent feeling of I am. This is your true nature. It's not a thought. It's a presence. It has no form, no past, no future. It is just pure, open awareness. But the mind is a labeling machine. It cannot stand something so vast and undefined. So it grabs onto that pure, impersonal feeling of I am and immediately starts adding labels to it. It says, I am a man. I am an artist. I am a person who is anxious. It takes the infinite, boundless awareness of I am and confines it into the small, limited story of I am me. The Greek philosopher Parmenides was one of the first in the West to point to this fundamental truth. He spoke of the difference between the way of truth, what is, pure, unchanging being, and the way of opinion, the changing, illusory world of our thoughts and senses. The I am is the way of truth. The story of me is the way of opinion. You can feel this for yourself. The thought I am anxious comes and goes, but the awareness that knows that thought is constant. The thought I am happy is temporary, but the awareness that experiences that happiness is always here. Your true self is not the passing weather of your thoughts and feelings. You are the vast, open sky in which the weather happens. What is the practical path to breaking this illusion? It's not about fighting your mind or silencing your thoughts. It is a gentle but profound shift in identification. You stop identifying as the voice and start resting as the listener. You become the witness. This is the core of many mindfulness and meditation practices. It is the act of disidentification. You observe your thoughts and feelings without getting entangled in them. When a thought of anger arises, you don't say, "I am angry." You notice, the feeling of anger is present. You have created a space between you and the emotion. The Indian sage Ramana Maharshi taught that the most powerful spiritual practice was the simple inquiry, "Who am I?" By repeatedly asking this question, you trace the I thought back to its source, and you discover that it dissolves into the pure awareness from which it arose. You don't have to meditate for hours on a cushion. You can practice this in your daily life. When you're stuck in traffic and feeling frustrated, ask, who is aware of this frustration? When the inner critic starts its negative commentary, ask, who is the mind talking to? When you feel a wave of joy, ask, who is the silent witness of this joy? Again and again, you will find that the answer is not a person, not a thing, not an identity. The answer is a silent, open, and peaceful presence. That is who you truly are. Who is the mind talking to? No one. It is talking to itself, a beautiful and complex illusion. And you, the real you, are the silent, spacious, and peaceful awareness that has been effortlessly witnessing it all, your entire life. Realizing this is not about adding a new belief or achieving a special state. It is a subtraction. It is the unlearning of a false identity. It is the simple, profound, and liberating recognition of what you have always been. The search for a better, more enlightened me comes to an end, because you realize that the person you were trying to fix was never really there, and in its place, you discover a peace that does not depend on your thoughts, your circumstances, or the story of your life. It is the peace of your own true nature,